All right, y'all, come on in the room. Come on in here, y'all, because you know we got a lot to talk about. I didn't realize y'all was already up here. My bad. I would have started talking. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I was not planning on going live at all today. I wasn't planning on it, but I felt like I needed to hold some type of space because I know there's a lot of y'all who are like me, who are like, how in the are we here again? And honestly, really, should we be surprised? I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all and sit here and act like my gut did not tell me that this was gonna happen. Okay. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all and act like I did not see this coming. But let me know. Drop down in the chat. Drop down in the chat. I might bless one of y'all with because I just went and got my coffee. So I know if you're feeling like me, you're gonna need a pick me up. Drop down in the chat right now. How are you feeling this morning? You could use emojis. Okay. I was trying to find my dang background. Here we go. How are y'all feeling? Let me know. How did you think this was gonna go? Did you vote? Let me know what your thoughts are so we could go ahead and get into this. Because if you're like me, I'd be lying if I said, like I said, that things weren't gonna go this way. Because unfortunately, y'all just saw me look. I was had to make sure that things were streaming right. Um, because there were already people who were saying, "Oh, I don't think Kamala Harris is going to win," and blah blah blah. But we've been here, before where I felt like we thought it was going to go a certain way, and it didn't go that way. Even the last election, it was close, but I definitely thought, if anything, that it was not going to be a sweep. I did not think that it was going to be a sweep. I did not think that we were going to see, not only did I not think we were going to see red all over the damn map, I definitely did not think that it was going to be, they were going to call the race. They were acting like this was not going to happen. Oh, God, my son, y'all hear him in the background passing gas, child. Anyway, I didn't think that it was going to be a sweep like this. Let me know y'all's thoughts. How are y'all feeling? Somebody say something. I see y'all tuning in. I see you watching. Okay, but y'all not say something. Don't have me out here just on my own. Okay. How are y'all feeling this morning now that these results have come through? Are you shocked? Are you not shocked? Let me know. Let me know also if you can hear me because, like I said, sometimes with these, I can't tell if the microphone is working or not. Let me check also to my other platforms that I'm on. But yeah, yo. So as we know, I mean, I can stop rambling. I guess as we know, as we could see, somehow, some way, not only did Trump pull off this second term. And by the way, for folks who are like, oh, it's just 4 more years. First of all, y'all said that the first time he won. It's just 4 years. Y'all saw how much shit happened in that 4 years. And that's what kills me when y'all be want to talk about the economy, because the economy is historically trash under Republican rule. Historically trash. So I don't understand where people even get this idea that it's going to be better, even that necessarily was better under Trump. All that inflation, all that type of stuff before started before Biden even gotten office. But he's the one who's had to deal with it. And so it's a lot of thoughts, a lot of emotions surrounding this. I think there are a lot of people who definitely thought that he would win, but not like this. Did y'all think? Am I alone in this? I thought the race was going to be tight. I thought the race was going to be so close that we were going to be on pins and needles for like a week, and so to see where it is or where it isn't is definitely um shocking, but not shocking. Shocking, but not shocking. And I said it because, of course, America wasn't ready for a black woman to be president. Of course. I don't know why I'm even surprised by any of that. But of course, America was not ready for that. And that's really what it boils down to. People can throw out all type of reasons and say, oh, it was because of the war, oh, it was because of her track record. She could have had the cleanest, she could have done everything right, right? She could have had everything right that everybody wanted, whether it's from her track record to when she was a prosecutor, whether it was her stances on the war, and people still would have found a problem. Why? Because she's a black woman. So it don't matter if it was her, if it's a Stacey Abrams, it doesn't matter who it is, they're gonna always find a problem simply because she's a black woman. And I want to say too to the people who think that just because they didn't vote for her and they didn't vote for Trump, that somehow they still did a good thing. No, no. And it lets me know that y'all don't understand politics, you understand pride. Because pride would make you say, well, I'm gonna vote for someone at the Green Party or someone whatever who has absolutely no chance, right? Absolutely no chance of winning, instead of voting for the option that made sense, which would have been Kamala Harris, and making sure that you're doing the work to dismantle whatever all these alleged concerns or whatever that you had. That's the right answer. She was the one who was actually going to do the things that this country needs, right? Um, so I have an issue not only people who voted for Trump, but I have an issue with people who didn't vote at all, or they went up there and they voted for someone who they knew was not going to have any shot at being the president. That doesn't help us at all. At all. It doesn't help us. You might as well just vote for Trump. Okay. That's what I have an issue with. And to all those people who sat up there and were also undecided and I'm this and that. What was the decision? I mean, it's almost as if people just have completely blacked out what life was really like under Trump's ruling, and they have this selective memory that makes them think because they got a stimulus check that means that the economy was good, right? Or because there wasn't quote unquote inflation. Again, all that every time a Democrat, and this is what y'all always do. This is let me turn this music down. I'm sorry if you can hear all this sniffling stuff. That's my son waking up in the background. But here's the thing that pisses me off. Every time, right? You we and actually let me stop this little video thing so I don't mess nothing up on any channel that I'm on live. Every time y'all vote a Republican into office, they come in there and they wreak havoc, create a whole mess. And then y'all be begging for a Democrat to come in there, right? And to make the country great again, right? Right again, and to clean it up. Not realizing that it's going to take more than 4 years to clean up the mess that Republican left, okay? And even the same thing with Obama. Obviously, that's one of the reasons why he had to run twice in a row. There was still so much work to do, right? And then what happened? The last time this happened, you had Trump come in, create a whole mess. We don't have to go back through all the things that he messed up, right? And then you were begging for a Democrat to come back in. You were begging for Biden to come back in. But then y'all will hold the Democrats to a higher standard than you do Trump. So if the Democrat doesn't come in and do everything personally, oh no, now everything's horrible. Oh no, they didn't accomplish nothing. They did, even though there were a lot of things that Biden, even like obviously we go back to Obama, a lot of things that they did get accomplished, right? But y'all will hang on to like one or two little things and be like, oh well, that wasn't perfect. Even now, let me be clear when it comes to the war, that's not a little thing at all. But I'm trying to figure out how you think Trump would have gone about that versus Biden. Them people, them national leaders don't respect Trump. Or I said international, sorry, leaders don't respect Trump. The national leaders barely do. Do you even, let's be clear, the Republican Party, they don't even like Trump. A lot of them don't even like each other just as a collective, right? But they understand the assignment. They understand that to get what I want, I got to vote for this. And okay, that's one of the biggest differences when it comes to Democrats. We all want to be like, oh well, I can't be swayed, and free thinking, and I'm not gonna just side with this because they're Democrat. Republicans, they don't play that. Republicans don't play that. Republicans be like, I need to stay rich. I need for my taxes to not be impacted. I need for these people of color to not get one up on me. So I'm gonna vote for Trump, even though I can't stand his. That's the difference. That is the difference, okay? And that's one of the things that you saw here too. But they also there was so much corruption that's not being talked about. The same way that we had Russia interfering with our last election, we had those same interferences this election. And this is why when I made a post saying I don't trust the American people as a collective, or I said I don't trust the American people, and someone was like, "Well, you are the American people." I know. I trust myself. I don't trust us as a unit. I don't trust us as a unit because anytime when it comes to for real, doing what's right when it really, really needs to be done, we're gonna always fail. We're gonna always fail. There's no way that you could sit here and be like, well, either way, we're doomed. No, no, it wasn't an either way. It wasn't a well, either way, people are gonna have the same type of I mean, even if you look at the media outlets, they're all like, here come the chaos. Here comes the drama. Here comes all these things that we thought we had gotten away from. They're all um on the same plane, but then you just still have this majority of American people who again gave into all the things they claim that they can't get got by. So the lies, the bots, all the fake news, false propagandas that were put out there, false narratives, all these things that same group claims that they can't be swayed by the same things that got us um to this point. And then as you can see here when my screen just paused, the Republicans done took over the Senate. It's like, and I'm trying, they take over the House and the Senate. I'm not sure. I know the Senate for sure. I think maybe the House, but the Senate for sure. It's just like, there's just so many things that have come out of this election that have nothing to do with the president. Certain things, there were certain Black women who I saw the first to be, let's see, there's one, I want to say Rochester. Let me pull it up here, y'all, because I don't. Lisa Blunt from Lisa Blunt Rochester to become Delaware's first Black female senator, and Angela also Brooks to become Maryland's first Black female senator. So there definitely are some things, some good things that came out. Representative Ilhan Omar was elected back. I think I saw AOC was elected back to the House. So definitely feel good knowing that those key players are there. But it also makes me scared for them because hello, January 6th. I mean, who do you got? Like, this is the thing too. Who do you all think just woke up? Who y'all think just woke up? The Proud Boys. Okay, all those anarchists, all those groups, they just re-woke the F back up. Okay, the same people who led the charge, led the riots, that led to everything that happened at the Capitol on January 6th. It's those same people. So I fear definitely for those legislators who were up there, right? I know they were already fearful when that happened the first time. I'm sure the thought of this happening again is just like, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Okay. So at this point, yeah, I really don't even know what to think. I'm like with so many of you all who are just like, I don't know what to think. I don't know how to feel, especially because at this point you feel like we can't even do nothing anyway, right? What am I doing with these thoughts and feelings? Um, I will say that at least locally in Minnesota, we have um we have our legislative session that's coming up. So folks can definitely definitely get involved on the local level. There's always a lot of work to do. But we definitely are really gonna have to do a lot of work now. There's so many concerns and things that I could say that I could go into that I just won't bore you all with. But I wanted to at least come and attempt to hold space for who um those who may truly need it. Someone had just commented on my page actually because I had made a post and someone said just about it was talking to Black women and just how for I think a lot of Black women too, when you talk about this before I get off here, are very discouraged and hurt. It almost feels like a slap in the face with this election because we know that so much of this is so much of this was about how our country still views Black women, not how even, just how they view Kamala Harris, but how they view Black women as a whole. And so I know Black women are definitely feeling very defeated this morning because we know who should have won this, but also Black women just did something that hadn't been seen in history, was just the way that they organized and raised so much money for Kamala Harris. And, we had to remember too that she literally had half the time that Trump had to campaign. This was a very, late in the game type of thing. I think it definitely created the necessary excitement and urge when it comes to voting that we hadn't seen in a while, that we weren't seeing at first when it was Biden versus Trump. I think that at the end of the day, Kamala, I hope, is still very proud. We know who should have won. Um, it's interesting to me too, if you think about the fact that Trump has he never beat a woman or beat a man. But when it comes to women, that's the only time he seems to be able to come on top. I wonder why. Um, but it's definitely, I know, a hard day for a lot of people. And like I said, a hard day for women, for Black women, for immigrants, just the middle class as a whole. And so where do we go from this? I don't know. I'm not sure. I might do some more things. I had an idea of doing some other things to talk about where do we go from here, what's next. I might do a special Mondays with Margaret talking about that. We'll see. But for now, do what you gotta do today to try to just get through, you know. I can't see. I would sit here and do like, well, fortunately, this is he won't be in office until January 4th, but we know that's not how it goes. I didn't try to do that optimism before and it went nowhere. Okay. So I'm gonna peace out for now. I just wanted to check in with you all. Um, hold some space for anyone who was wanting to just talk about where we're at with all this. It don't seem like y'all apparently need to really talk. So I'm gonna get out of here and get going with the things I have to do today. And maybe I'll check in with y'all again next time. We'll see. Peace.